Everybody talks about wall colors, myself included, but your trim, that's where you can seriously level up your entire space. The thing about your trim is it doesn't always have to be plain white. It oftentimes is because that's sort of the timeless default that most people go to, but in this video, I want to break down what trim really is, why it matters way more than you think, and the best trim color choices for 10 of the most popular interior design styles. All going according to plan, you're gonna walk away from this video knowing exactly what to paint your baseboards, your crown molding, your window casings, even your doors without guessing. And for anyone looking for personalized color advice or color consultations from us, check out this quick message. We've been offering custom color palettes and people have been loving them. It's a more affordable alternative to traditional online color consultations. So if you're looking for some color inspiration, check out the link below, whether you need a 3-color palette or 6+ colors. And as part of the service, I even send you a personalized video explaining the color choices, so everything is crystal clear. Check out the link below if you want to purchase one today. People have been loving them. We've been doing so many of them recently. To start things off, what counts as trim? To me, trim includes things like your baseboards, your crown molding, your window and door casings, sometimes even the doors themselves, especially if you're looking for a cohesive look. Trim helps frame your walls and create architectural interest, even if your home is one of those basic builder grade setups. Picking the right trim color can make your ceilings feel taller, your walls feel richer, and your space feel more intentional. So whether you're using trim to define contrast or tie in color, it deserves its own moment. So let's start with a more modern or contemporary interior design style. Clean lines and high contrast do a lot of the heavy lifting. The architecture often speaks for itself, so trim becomes more of a framing tool, a way to define the space, or add some edge and emphasize geometry. But using white here can sometimes feel flat and predictable. Instead, many designers are opting for a bold, graphic outline that adds drama without completely overwhelming the room. That's why I recommend something like Sherwin-Williams Tricorn Black as a trim color for that ultra-modern, high-contrast look. Shifting gears to modern farmhouse. This is where cozy meets crisp wood accents, shiplap, and soft textures paired with clean paint lines. The trim needs to feel fresh, but not sterile. And most importantly, it has to complement both warm rustic details and those cooler metal fixtures that modern farmhouse tends to have. You want a white that won't clash, something truly neutral but still bright. My go-to in this case, believe it or not, is Chantilly Lace by Benjamin Moore. Really bright and clean and pretty much devoid of undertones. In most cases, it's just about the lighting that you give it. What if you're more into traditional aesthetics? Traditional homes often have ornate moldings, typically paneled doors, or even ceiling medallions. All of these little architectural details deserve a trim color that feels timeless and classic. But a stark white would be too harsh in these settings, in my opinion. It doesn't really match the softness of those more vintage or antique furnishings, more muted wall colors or richer flooring. What works better is a warmer, creamy white on your trim that's gentle on the eyes, but still feels fresh. And the perfect choice for me would be something like Benjamin Moore's Cloud White. Still clean, but has a touch of that warmness to create that comforting feel that traditional design often accomplishes very well. Okay, what about coastal design? If you're lucky to live by the water, I envy you. Designers often overcorrect with coastal homes and go too cool with their whites, in my opinion, especially on the trim. But coastal style isn't just blue and white. If you think about a beach, there's a lot of sand, there's a lot of warmth. I find this design style to be very soft, breezy, and sun-soaked. The trim color should reflect that same warmth without tipping too far into yellow. It needs to catch the light and bounce it around without ever looking cold or chalky. The color that hits this balance the best to me is Sherwin-Williams Greek Villa. Awesome color for coastal design. Kind of makes me want to go back to Santorini. But maybe without paying all that money. All right, let's talk about eclectic/bohemian design styles. In a boho space, everything is intentional, even if it looks like utter chaos. You've got layered textiles, you have plant life, vintage finds, and a whole lot of personality. Your trim shouldn't just fade into the background, in my opinion. It can be part of that expression. Something earthy, a little moody, and totally unexpected works beautifully in these kinds of spaces. And for me, I like to go with a color like Bear's Laurel, just to give you something really fun and inviting for a boho interior design style. Moving to a fairly underrated interior design style that I've loved for years, it's industrial. Exposed beams, concrete floors, and dark metal accents. Industrial interiors are all about raw texture, showcasing what's already there. The trim should feel like a continuation of that, not an interruption. You want something deep and grounded that doesn't soften the space too much, but also doesn't feel like it's trying too hard to be super edgy, like me in my denim jacket. That's where I think Bear Paint's Cracked Pepper really shines. I mean, not literally, it's a fairly dark color that absorbs a lot of light, but it does a wonderful job at accentuating that industrial aesthetic that a lot of people are going for. Next up, we have Scandinavian design, or Scandi, which is all about lightness, airiness, simplicity. Scandinavian interiors thrive on balance. The trim color in these homes, it needs to feel clean, but not frigid or icy. Bright, but not too jarring, if you know what I mean. You want it to echo that feeling of natural daylight and work seamlessly with those pale wood tones and soft neutrals that Scandi often utilizes. It should kind of glow a little without stealing the spotlight. And that's why I always tend to reach for a color like Benjamin Moore's Simply White with Scandi. There is a super slight yellow undertone that sometimes shows up depending on the lighting, but in most cases, it ends up feeling extremely clean, yet easygoing and functional. Transitional design. If your style is somewhere between modern and traditional, you're probably working with a mix of cool and warm tones. You might have some sleek fixtures and softer silhouettes incorporated. So I think with transitional, the trim color here has to walk a fine line. It should be versatile enough to match both ends of the spectrum and warm enough to feel like a home, to feel inviting and cozy. That's exactly why I love Sherwin-Williams Alabaster as a transitional trim color. It's one of my favorite off-whites by Sherwin-Williams, period. Specifically for the trim here, I think it's a no-brainer. We touched on modern earlier. What about mid-century modern? This is a design style that's known for bold pops of color, rich wood tones, and clean silhouettes everywhere. The trim color shouldn't dull that personality. It should elevate it. It should lift it. So forget about your off-whites and your beiges here. What you want is something high contrast and punchy, the kind of white that almost looks backlit next to color. The answer? Bear's Ultra Pure White. Really, really, really pops. Moving on to maximalism and Art Deco. If you're the type of person that loves deep jewel tones, metallics, oversized patterns, your trim has to match that energy. This is not the place for soft whites. I would even go for something that adds more richness and dimension to the space. A dramatic, unexpected trim color can feel like a design flex. My pick here is Benjamin Moore's Deep Mulberry. A color I love and don't get to use as much as I want to, but I guess if I was into that Art Deco vibe, this is a trim color I would consider for something really fun. So are you team white trim forever? Or are you now tempted to try something deeper or bolder? Drop your design style and your go-to trim color in the comments because I want to hear it all. And that's it.